Welcome, everybody, out to baloneybrain.com. It is now 2014, and, of course, it is Weird Wednesday. This is Used Toy, or John House. Joining me, of course, is Daryl House, or Suburban Hobo. How you doing, Daryl?
Good. Just getting off the road. I was in Jacksonville. It's crappy weather down here. It's rainy, cold. Nothing compared to what the rest of the outside.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it after 10 below zero, 40 below zero wind chill.
Well, let me tell you what. It was so cold yesterday in Jacksonville. There was a puddle in my motel parking lot. It froze over. It was ice. I haven't seen anything like that in years. And yesterday, I wore blue jeans. Today, I went back to my shorts because the jeans hurts the hair on my legs.
Oh, stop.
It was
You're killing
terrible. It was awful.
Well, what do you have for us today?
Oh, man, I got some stuff here. This one, they don't call it Weird Wednesday for nothing. 6 chickens disappeared mysteriously from a Maryland farm recently, and the circumstances surrounding the abduction has one man feeling a bit sheepish. This is from Sykesville, Maryland. The chickens taken from a farm in Maryland have come home to roost. Karen Jacobs says the 6 chickens taken from her home have been returned in healthy condition this week. She arrived at her farm near Sykesville last Sunday to find a sticky note saying, "Sorry I couldn't find you. Took 6 chickens, left $40. And the note was signed Frank." Jacob and her husband occasionally sell eggs from their 20 chickens, but they don't sell the chickens. Jacob said the chickens belong to her 2 young sons. Jacob tells the Carroll County Times that Frank returned all 6 birds. She says there was a misunderstanding involving a person in the surrounding neighborhood who was selling chickens. She said Frank was mortified, wanted to keep his identity anonymous. Her and her husband now have a sign up saying, "No eggs for sale, no chickens for sale, no livestock for sale."
Well, I hate to take us there for the first time of the year, but I'm going to.
Is it a naked man? Is it a...
Andrew Frey, man high on meth, fights off 15 police officers while masturbating. I'm telling you, this guy, apparently he can keep his mind on the prize because fights off 15 police officers while publicly masturbating. And while he's fighting, he never stops masturbating. This happened in Oregon.
At least it wasn't Florida.
At a restaurant, no less. But, it took 15 officers to finally take him into custody and to make him stop pleasuring himself.
Oh, my God. I wonder if the restaurant served jerk chicken.
Wow.
That's awful, Thursday, our politicians are all wacko. And in Indian Trail, North Carolina, a politician boldly went where no one has gone before. I don't know if you saw this or not because we are both Star Trek fans, but on Thursday, David Waddell used the Klingon language to write his letter of resignation from the Indian Trail Town Council there in North Carolina. Waddell says he opted to use Klingon, the language of a warrior race on Star Trek TV, as an inside joke. Mayor Michael Alvarez is calling the letter unprofessional. Waddell says,
"That's awesome."
Waddell says he's resigning at the end of the month. His 4-year term expires in December of 2015. He says he needs to devote more time to a write-in campaign on the Constitution Party's platform against U.S. Senator Kay Hagan. But he resigned in Klingon.
I think that's awesome.
My hero.
Well, this next story, the video was posted on Reddit via LiveLeak, and it's also available on the Huffington Post. But after we had the story a couple weeks ago about the guy stapling his scrotum over a bet.
Just don't let it die.
Well, this guy literally tapes firecrackers to his lips, then lights them. Because why? Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So the video is online, and I'm telling you, the skin is hanging from his lips. All he says afterwards before the video ends is, "Oh, that was a bad idea."
Yeah, There was a funny video on Facebook this past week about some guy who was experimenting with small, minor amounts of explosives and magnesium, trying to make like a sparkler. I don't know if you saw this, but it blows. And the look on his face, I mean, it's like it out of an old Three Stooges.
Nice.
Where his hair is sticking up, he's got soot on his face, and the guy is like, well, I guess I won't do that again. Anyway, talking about this crappy weather we've had, a frigid spell has brought Winnipeg. You know, Winnipeg is in Canada, obviously. They got Loser Peg in Winnipeg. The temperature came down to, the frigid spell brought Winnipeg's temperature down to that of a planet more than 100 million miles further from the sun than we are. And I don't know if you saw this or not, but Canada's having a cold snap at the moment, as is the rest of the northern hemisphere here. This week in southern Manitoba, the temperature reached a blistering, frigid minus 31 degrees Celsius, or nearly minus 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind chill values in Winnipeg, in case you were curious and or need some meteorological schadenfreude, it dipped to minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what the wind chill value. Now, this is crazy. What makes it the Equinox blog puts it, the coldest afternoon temperatures the area has seen. The coldest spell also puts Canada into rarefied company, because you know that other places have registered a temperature of minus 31. It's been done. Mars, a planet located an average of 140 million miles farther from the sun than we are, over at the red planet, NASA's Curiosity rover. You know, that's called, the name of the rover is the Curiosity, regularly sends temperature data back to Earth. And over the past month, they've had temperatures ranging from minus 25 to minus 31 degrees Celsius. So it's as cold in Canada as it is on Mars.
Wow.
That's how cold it is.
All right. Well, a couple weeks ago, you did a story about a guy who accidentally shot himself and died. The shopping trip can end up costing you an arm and a leg. This Home Depot customer probably didn't expect to put his butt in harm's way. Before the new year, in Brighton, Michigan, a man reached for his wallet, accidentally grabbed his gun, and shot with a .40 caliber Glock. Ended up shooting himself in the rear end. The Green Oak Township man was not named. He was treated for minor injuries at a nearby hospital.
.40 caliber Glock minor? I was thinking he shot his ass off.
I'm guessing what law enforcement officers call. I'm guessing it was a through and through.
I'm familiar with that term.
Yeah. So yeah, he shot himself in the buttocks.
In the buttocks. Well, that's crazy stuff, and, you know, it's weird, and it's all true, folks. You can find it every Wednesday here on BaloneyBrain.com with Used Toy, and I'm Suburban Hobo. Thanks for joining us again this week. It's been a pleasure. Welcome to the new year. We're happy to have you. John, keep talking to you, my friend.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.